Well, hello and welcome to At Home today. We're so glad you could be with us. Just another wonderful day for the family to get together, and you certainly are a family. At Home has been on the air for more years than I can hardly remember. We've been around a long time. But you know what? It's just like your family at home. It's constantly changing. Somebody has a baby, somebody else has a baby, somebody passes on, then somebody gets married, and then somebody else has a baby. So your family's changing, and that's what with the program, maybe you just started to watch it in the last few months, or maybe you've been with us since 1991 when we launched this program. Whatever part of the family you are, we're glad that you're with us. I like to share some letters that I get because I really enjoy that. This one comes through email from Syracuse, New York. She says, "Hello, Arlene. I'm sure people tell you all the time what a wonderful person you are." No, they don't. But I haven't had the opportunity yet, so here I am. I just wanted to tell you that you are such a joy to watch on Cornerstone Television, and you offer such terrific down-home recipes. That's what we want. Your show is truly one of a kind. The recipes that you prepare and share with your viewers are not only delicious, but easy to prepare, and being a single mother with two very picky eaters at home, it is quite refreshing. Many thanks for all of your hard work, and thank you to every individual involved in putting together such a wonderful program. Keep up the good work. And she refers to our crew and our staff, and I agree, and I thank you for that. All right, we've got a power-packed show today. I'm going to show you how to make main entrees with special sauces in that fast of time, okay? Stay with us. We'll be right back in just a minute. Here's today's at-home hint. To slice leafy greens or herbs, such as spinach or basil, into thin strips, stack 4 or 5 leaves, roll into a tight tube, and then just slice crosswise.
If you have an at-home hint, a favorite recipe, or just a friendly greeting you'd like to share, we'd like to hear from you. Post it in the comments of this video or visit our Facebook page.
Well, today we're taking the 4 main entree meats. That would be chicken, pork or pork chops, fish, codfish, and beef. We're making some meat cakes. We're going to do all of them, and then we're going to show you a wonderful sauce, quick sauce, easy sauce to make with each of those to really change the way they taste, okay? Well, first of all, we're going to get ready with our chicken, and I have 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. You want them to be thawed completely, kind of dried off with a paper towel just so that what we put on them is going to stick to them, okay? And in a bowl, we're going to take our 1/4 cup of melted butter, put that there. We're also going to use some dried basil, about a teaspoon. That'll perk up the flavor. And we have some Parmesan cheese. I'm going to mix that together. And this is going to be a coating for on our chicken, okay? Now, you don't have to have it totally covered. We just want that flavor to get in there really, really well. Then you're just going to take your little pastry brush and just paint it all over the chicken breast. And I'm going to take them one at a time, lay them in a pan that I have sprayed with some Pam so they don't stick. Now, you can put that on parchment paper if you want. That would work well, too. Don't worry about salt and pepper because there's salt in the cheese. So you don't want to overdo that. And again, if it feels like it's not sticking, it's because the surface of the chicken is too wet. So if you dry that off, it should work pretty well. Just want to make sure they get around there. And we have this delicious Parmesan. I love to do things different. This is a good basic chicken recipe if you've got a lot of people coming to your house. And I don't like to leave any that I have mixed up here. So what I'm going to do is just spoon some more on, spread it around. Oh yeah, Michael says, oh yeah. The more the better, right? Okay. I like doing dishes like this because of the versatility. Any that I'm showing you today, a baked potato and a tossed salad, and you're there. That's all you really need, okay? This is going to go into 375 oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. So we'll do that one. Keep an eye on them. They'll be delicious. Now, the sauce that we're going to make for this is a raspberry. I love fruit with chicken. I've always liked fruit with chicken. Let me wash my hands real well here with this good hot cloth, because I just touched the chicken a bit, but we want to be sure that we don't cross-contaminate anything. Okay, here I have, this is called red wine vinegar and oil dressing. It comes in a bottle. And all I've taken is 2/3 a cup. I'm going to pour that into your bowl. And raspberry, 1/3 of a cup of seedless raspberry jam. And we mix that together, like that. Now, you want to whisk it if you can, but that's what we're going to put over our chicken. And maybe a few fresh raspberries will go with that too. That will be good. Simple as that, huh? But tasty. Would you ever think to put that together? Not me either. Okay, we'll set that aside. Now we'll go on to our pork chops. I happen to have a pan. I've got a few tablespoons of oil heating up. This one's very easy because you want to get nice center cut chops. We're going to give them a generous salt and pepper, both sides. Okay, and just drop them in the hot fat. Salt. Not too much on this because you really don't have to with the pork. Okay. Now these are going to take a little while because you want to be sure that you cook your pork. And the center cuts are the nicest. You want to grill them, get a nice brown going on them. Okay, here's this dressing. This one is called sour cream onion sauce. And you know that sour cream onion dip you get for the potato chips? That's what we base this with. Here we go. I'm going to use about 1/2 cup. And it's the brand that you like the best. Okay. And then we take some ketchup. This would be 1/2 cup of ketchup. You think those two together, stay with me here, it's going to get better. And then 1/4 of a cup of water. I can hear the pork chops are really going to town. That sounds good. And then we have 1/4 of a teaspoon of Worcestershire sour sauce. Never say that right, but you know what I mean. And let's see, what else? I think that's all. Now we're going to mix this up. And this is going to be a wonderful topping for our delicious grilled pork chops. Oh, I can't wait. I know that I really need a whisk here. Let me get a whisk. You know, they hide stuff from me, and I have to look for it all the time because we change everything. Every once in a while, I find it, and I'm happy. Okay, you want to whisk this till there's no lumps in it, okay? Just like that. And I want to stress that the center cut pork chops are always the best. Get a lot of waste on the others if you don't buy them. Let's take a look at them babies. Make sure that they're browning. Oh yeah, they're getting there. I know when we come back from the break, they'll be ready. We're going to take that break and we'll be back in just a minute. Stay with us for more from the kitchen of At Home.
Do you love watching At Home with Arlene Williams? Then be sure to check out our new YouTube channel. It's filled with classic episodes from over 20 years of At Home, and more videos are added each day. And don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
All right, if you just joined us, we're doing entrees with special sauces on this show today. We have our chicken in the oven cooking. We've got some, look at them babies. I told you they were going to be beautiful when we come back. Those are grilled center cut pork chops, and we've made some dressings and some sauces that go with those. Now we have some codfish, and what we're going to do with that is just merely drizzle some butter over the top of the fish just to keep it moist while it's baking. You don't want to drown it. We've sprayed the pan with some Pam. And then this is garlic powder, and we're just going to do a little bit on top. And then just some flavored seasoned breadcrumb, just on top like that. Oh, I tell you, that's one of the easiest but most delicious ways to cook fish if you're in a hurry. This is going into a 375 oven for about 15 to 20 minutes or until it's opaque and it's the way you like your fish. If you like it well done, do it a little longer. And our chicken's still going along. Hey, this is shaping up to some fantastic entrees. Now we're going to make a sauce for this. We have the fish in the oven. Now in a saucepan, which we have, we're going to add a couple of cups of milk. My pan's hot, so that's why it's cranking there. We have to do this fast so we can get it started. And to that we're going to add some Dijon mustard, which is about 1/4 cup. Okay, just put it right in there. Get it all out of there because that's really going to make a nice basis for flavor for our sauce. 2 cups of milk and some Dijon. I can see already I'm going to need a whisk. Okay. And to that, you want to add an envelope of, this is a 1 envelope of white sauce mix. You can get this at your grocer. And you're going to add that too, because that's going to have all the thickening agents. And you don't want this too thick, but it will thicken it up a little bit, which will be good. And let me see, I think that's all. 1/4 teaspoon of dry dill. Okay, that's going to add some punch too. Now what we're going to do is just bring this on medium-high heat to a boil, stirring it. And then it's just going to cook for about 1 minute. I think I'm going to crank the heat down a little bit because I don't want to burn it. There we go. And we just stir it, cook it 1 minute, take it off, and that's going to be great on our fish. That's going to be just delicious. You're going to like it a lot. I think I better turn these babies down because I can hear them frying. That's okay. All right. So we have our fish, we have our chicken, we have our pork chops, we have our sauce, and I'm going to keep an eye on this while I take you to the next one, which happens to be ground beef meat cakes. Okay? I have a pound of ground sirloin. And you could use round or whatever. This is like 85% lean. If you go any leaner than that, then it's pretty dry and they're like hard. So you need some of that in there. And with that, we're going to add some onion, some chopped onion, some fresh parsley, good big tablespoon of that, some Worcestershire sauce, some flavored seasoned breadcrumb, or plain if you prefer. And I'm going to put on the old glove. And we're going to mix this up and make some meat cakes. Okay? Here we go. I'm going to put 1 egg in it because the egg holds it all together. Like that. Okay. I know we're going to get our skillet hot. Maybe, Mike, you could turn on that. Just turn it on for me so it gets going there in the back. Okay? That will be the 3rd one back. You know, when you have a lot of hands in the kitchen, it makes the job a little lighter. Especially when you're trying to do 4 entrees at one time. So, thanks, Michael. And to that, just want to mix this up, kind of like your basic meatloaf. Season it however you want to. My mom used to make these because she said this is faster than meatloaf because you can pop them either in the oven individually, which they do cook quicker, or brown them on the stove top like she would. Just want to make sure it's thoroughly blended. And with that then, I'm just going to do a little bit of oil. Oh, look how nice our sauce is. Beautiful, that one's done. We'll take that off, put that back there. Then I can reach this one better, that would be good. My calling would never be a doctor or whatever they use these gloves for, because I can't do anything when I have these gloves on. Let me tell you. Can't do it. But I have to keep it on so I can make the meat cakes. This is 1 pound. You want to make 4 nice size because 1/4 pound is good for serving. And you want to make them a little on the flat side so they cook through. Okay? That would be 1. Nothing like fresh parsley in something like this too. It just gives it such a fresh flavor. You will really like it. There's a 3. I mean 2. Anybody counting? Anybody counting out there at all? That's 2. This one is 3. Okay. And of course, the last one. If you don't like onions, don't put the onions in it. You can use onion salt, whatever. Now these, we're just going to cook them off. If you like them however you like your steak, that's how you want to make these meat patties, okay? But I still have to make a sauce for that one. So, well, there's more pans and more stuff going on in this kitchen today. It's hard to remember where we're going and what we're doing, but we're going to make it. Okay, here we go with the sauce. Now, first of all, this is a sauce for our meat cakes. We're going to put, let me see here, half a cup of mayonnaise right into our food processor. All right, and then we're going to put some cayenne pepper just to give a little taste, a little bit of that, some red wine vinegar. You can see very small amounts, not a lot. But what's going to perk this baby up? Roasted red peppers. And you get these, or you could roast them yourself, but these are packed in oil. And you want about a half a cup. So I'm just going to drop what I think is about a half a cup into the bowl. You know what, these are so good and they're sweet. You know, sometimes you get a pepper and it's like bitter flavor, but the red ones are usually always sweet. So if you're tired of getting bitter ones, start to get some of the red peppers. This should be about, well, it says a fourth a cup, but I'm sure I have more than that. But we're just going to whirl this around. That's going to be our sauce. I'm so excited because wait till you see how we present these at the end of the program. You're going to love it. Okay. Here we go. Almost wearing the red pepper sauce on the blue shirt. Not a good idea. Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, doesn't that look awesome? And you don't want to pulverize. You want some little bits of the red sauce, the red peppers, to be in there. Okay. Get that off of there. Let me just show you how wonderful this sauce. Oh, I cannot wait. Yum, yum, yum. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to be in the dining room. I have to check on the chicken, check on the fish, check on the meat cakes, and check on the sauces. When we get all the checking done, we're going to have you check us out in the dining room. We'll be right back in just a minute.
Just go to ctvn.org/athome to get all the recipes from today's show for free. That's right, no subscriptions. They're available online at no cost, and more are being added each day. So join us at ctvn.org/athome to get today's recipes now.
Well, today, if you're just joining us, you missed out on a whole lot of activity because we did 4 entrees, 4 of the most popular entrees that we have, which is chicken, fish, pork chops, and ground beef. And we made them all, and then we put unusual sauces. Let's take a trip around the table, okay? Here we have our chicken, look at that, with that raspberry sauce, put on a bed of greens, and it should have some fresh raspberries. I couldn't get the fresh raspberries today, so if you have them, just put a few of them, scatter them around the plate. That is fabulous. Next to it are the grilled pork chops, and that sour cream onion dip is a basis for our sauce with some ketchup and some seasonings. That, the guys really like that one. And then we did the fish, which is here, and look how beautiful that is. I mean, that is incredible. This will be a portion for 2, and we laid it on a bed of lemons because there is lemon pepper in that. If you want to do something nice in serving, use one of the ingredients that's in there that gives a person a hint. Hell, there's lemon in there because it's on a bed of lemons. And then, of course, our beef meat cakes, and that we have that roasted red pepper sauce. That is awesome. That's a serving for 4. So, and we just did it, we just sauteed some red, yellow, and green pepper. Barely let it sweat, okay? You don't want them limp and soft and mushy. You want them firm and crisp because you're going to eat that when you eat the meat cake. So these are just some 4 ideas. I hope that maybe I've jogged your thinking process a little bit to think, well, maybe I could make some different sauces. And they're just ways. We're trying to make it easy for you because we love you, family. And there's nothing like family, and you're part of ours. So be sure to join us the next time because it just wouldn't be the same without you here at home. We'll see you then.
Furnishings provided by Levin Furniture, featuring Lane's Country Living Collection. Food provided by Jordan Banana Company, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Trevosburg, Pennsylvania.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home. Thank you for watching.
Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.